Alright, hello, welcome back to Bat Chat. Today we are diving into the fascinating history of modern and older baseball bats and how they were made and how they were designed. So, from the early days of baseball to the higher tech kind of models that we see today, the baseball bats have been a story of kind of innovative and crafty designers that decided to just change the way that they wanted to see baseball games be played. Alright, so baseball's been played mainly since the 19th century was when you would see teams like, the New York Knickerbockers. And people did play it back in the 18th century, but it wasn't really what you would call baseball, because if I put you back then, I don't know if you would recognize the game just because of how it was played. It was played differently. So, in 1859, there was a player. His name was John Hillerich. And he actually designed a bat for his friend. I researched this story. His friend's name's Pete Browning. And it was its first of its kind to be made specifically for a player, customized just for his friend. And this was really the beginning of custom bats designed to fit a player's need. And as baseball grew in popularity, the demand for better equipment and higher quality equipment also grew. So, by the 1880s, the first standardized baseball bat was introduced, one that you could buy really anywhere. And that was the Louisville Slugger brand, which you would still see today with newer models the Atlas and the Supra. And it actually became popular very quick. Alright, so when we talk about bats in the 1900s, the 20th century, we really see advancements in the materials that they're made out of, since, wood was the standard instead of the aluminum that you would see at, youth and collegiate levels. And you would just see wood everywhere because they didn't really have the material to make the metal bats. Aluminum bats, as they're made now, are lighter and they have a larger sweet spot, so it's easier for players to hit the ball. But wooden bats are still the choice of the professional leagues because they offer traditional feel and are essential for the integrity of the game, really. But it's also designed for safety, because if you had an MLB player hitting with
Easton Dobb,
hitting with an aluminum bat, it would be very dangerous, because they're already hitting 120 miles an hour with wood bats at the max. It would just keep going up and up with the aluminum, and it wouldn't be safe. So in recent years, technology has changed and became more innovative, and manufacturers are now using the composite bats, which is where they cut off the handle, cut off the end, and then stick it through to provide a two-piece feel to the bat. And they combine a hybrid bat. They use different types of wood and different materials to create bats that are lighter and stronger, and they can hit the ball further. And these innovations have led the bats to enhance a player's performance, but they can also raise questions about safety and fairness, because if you don't have a standardized bat, it's gonna give advantages to the players with the better bats. And alright, so in the future of baseball bats, the evolution it's just gonna keep going. And you've seen the torpedo bats drop this year, with ongoing research and development, we can expect to see even more advancements in materials and designs of the bats. But the goal really remains the same, which is to help players perform their best while preserving the spirit and integrity of the game. So, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and just watch more videos to hear more about baseball content. See you later.